my, oh my, oh my. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. We not like you. We can't afford 30 million stream bots. But this is crazy. So Akademiks speaks to the dude allegedly that helped Kendrick Lamar get a whole bunch of fake streams for not like us. A minor. You know when people didn't even know musical chords before that? You know when people didn't even know musical chords before that? But Akademiks explains about allegedly them buying fake streams. Let me know down below if this makes it or breaks it for you for the beef. And remember, we did hear that's why Drake had 1 million dislikes and everybody's like, oh my god, Drake got mad dislikes. We also heard that Kendrick and a whole bunch of other people had their little hands involved in paying bots to dislike Drake's videos and also to just spam like the same word over Drake's videos over and over. Could that be the reason that we saw Drake get 1 million dislikes on Hard Part 6 and then Family Matters had like 600,000 dislikes? Could that help? Let's see what I gotta say. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. We're on that road to 10,000 subscribers. We will be doing a giveaway at 10,000 subs.
There was a guy who was helping a lot of artists that was willing to come forward to break all of this down, reveal names, pretty much just be honest on how the whole process goes. So I said, hey, I'm down to listen. Am I kind of on the money on your intentions here, sir?
No, exactly right. And the only reason I'm coming out and like I wanted to say something is because I've never been put in this position, but recently, ever since like this whole thing started, I've actually been, receiving texts and people have been telling me not to say stuff, and I've just been put in really weird positions.
Wait, what do you mean what thing? Like what thing started?
It was actually threatening text messages after I worked for a certain artist that we'll get into, and pretty much telling me not to say stuff. Like certain people were texting me random numbers, just a bunch of things that I didn't want. And I usually don't say anything. Like people know, like I'm known, people know me. I keep my mouth quiet, I do my work, and then I'm done. I don't take sides, I don't pick who I work for. I usually get reached out to. I do.
I see a lot of the comments saying that there's just a random fan trolling Akademiks. Do you guys believe that as well? Let me know if you think that's a possibility.
Work, and then I just stay quiet, I get paid. But for some reason, they thought it would be a good idea to start like texting me from different numbers, just trying to get information and threaten me, so,
Okay, so the reason, so you're the fake stream guy, right?
Yeah,
now
everybody pretty much goes to me for anything like fake streams or fake views.
Okay, now people are gonna say, how do we know this is a fake stream guy? He could be capping.
Okay, right there, I get straight to it. Okay, because that's the same question I was kind of having, and I see everyone right there writing that same thing in the chat. Like, yo, how do we know he's even the real deal? He could just be anybody saying whatever.
Could you either tell us how this works, or do you have any proof of anything you've done? I guess people who are watching would want to verify that you're not just some person who's just making up a story.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. So, is there anything you'd like me to do? Like, how would you want me to show this?
I mean, I don't know what the capabilities are, but I would like for you to explain how fake streams work, and then probably show us some proof that you've probably done this.
Yeah. So, pretty much the fake streams. So, there's different ways, and there's been ways in the past, and Spotify actually does end up cracking down, and they do patch it sometimes for certain artists, and they're actually involved. That's the craziest part about it. Spotify is in on it, and people know this, and it's been going on for a while.
What do you mean Spotify is involved? Like, not the company of Spotify. You're talking about employees?
No, like the company Spotify. Like they do it, and because it makes them look better at the end of the day.
Oh, okay. Wow, it makes them look better because it looks like more people are using their platform. If you get 30 million Spotify streams, they're like, well, that many people are using Spotify streams. Drake has been the most streamed artist on Spotify for like ever that every time I see a chart. Is that included in that as well? Now we got to start questioning everyone. He's saying that the company itself is behind it. Now, do we have proof? This is all alleged. But are those numbers all fluff now? When I look at Travis Scott's number and I'm yelling at people in their face, Travis Scott's the GOAT. Look at his numbers, biatch. Are those numbers fluffed as well?
Okay, so you believe Spotify fake streams as a company?
No, I know they do. They don't personally fake them, but they let it happen, or they have deals with the labels or the artists that it lets them pass. And it's usually, them reaching out to them being like, hey, we pretty much know you do this, but we're going to let it slide because it helps us revenue-wise, and it also helps us, make our site and our program look like it's bigger than it really is. Because they do bring the most traffic in when it comes to streams or music or anything like viewership-wise.
Okay, now I got to keep fact-checking you here because, and also I had a very lucrative contract with Spotify when I did a podcast there, and also us separating, we've been very cordial with each other and promised not to disparage each other. So, again, me doing my job as a journalist,
yes, sir.
I do want to see,
I can't smooth with that little wink, yo, that man's hilarious.
What proof do you have that you think that there is collusion here among these bigger companies? Because we usually think of fake stream as like, some struggling artists trying to act like they're lit. Like, what proof do you have of this?
So, I mean, I have payments from certain companies and labels and people paying me. So, for example, one of the top three, they paid me a certain amount of money to buy a certain artist that is in the top 10 on the Spotify charts. And usually what it is, so let's say there's a difference between when you're buying a smaller artist and you're buying a bigger artist.
Okay.
When you're buying a smaller artist, there's a certain way you have to do it without getting caught, without it being flagged, without the label being reached out to by Spotify and saying, hey, like some of these streams aren't genuine. And then there's also a difference between when you bought a bigger artist. Yeah.
No, continue. I was thinking about like how much streams are you bought, but go ahead.
So it really depends on who it is. Let's say it's somebody in the top 5. You're going to be buying 2 million, 3 million, maybe 6 million at a time, depending on what it is. If it's an album drop, if it's a release, if it's a single, it just depends.
So I'm assuming that's why he's saying 2 to 3 million at a time, so you don't make it too hot, because that happened to Shy K, I want to say, when he got signed to a label. He dropped a song in like 3 minutes. He already had like 207,000, and instantly the streets found out it was fake. So I guess you got to do this smoothly so it doesn't ring no alarm.
When it comes to smaller artists, let's say they want 20,000 plays over 4 days. You're going to do like 2,000 one day, maybe drop it to 700. There's certain ways you have to do it. And there are certain people out there who know how to do it correctly. Spotify has been doing this. They haven't been doing this, but they've been cracking down on it. And there's certain ways that somebody has to bot, the song so it doesn't get detected or it doesn't get flagged. And it's also good when the bigger artists do it because it makes the site look better and it gives Spotify more ad revenue so they could charge more for ads and you get more time on the air. You know what I mean?
Okay, so now you're slightly contradicting yourself, though, because you're saying that Spotify is in cahoots with the people who bought streams, but you're saying they're cracking down on it. That's like me saying I'm the cop that I'm working with the drug dealers, but I bust them when I catch them on the corner. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I meant for smaller artists. Yeah, and they do reach out, and they do keep track of when they reach out. So, hey, if something happens, they could be like, they could show the proof. Like, hey, we did end up reaching out to this person. Hey, we did ask them about it. Hey, they denied it. Hey, they said they just didn't give us a statement. So they keep track of all that.
Somebody said a bot snitch is crazy. How do you guys feeling so far? You believe in him? Do you guys feel like he has some inside sources into this? Don't want to give too many streams at a day. Like, you're not going to give somebody 20,000 a day if they haven't got anything like that. Due to the fact that it will ring the alarms for the bigger company trying to crack down on this. So that's why he's saying some 700, 2,000, 2,100. You got to move it around. I get that.
So give us an explanation. Like how does the process go?
So, okay, a label or an artist hits me up. They say, hey, we're doing a release this day. We want this many plays. And we want it to happen this fast. And then I'd go into my software and then I'd put in I could either do it manually or I could do it automatically. It depends on how they want it, or if they want it to look a certain way, if they want it to be from a different country. If the artist is from, let's say, the US, I'll do US-based streams. Or if they want to do it if they're from Nigeria, I'll do from Nigeria, France, etc. So it just depends on what the person wants and how they want it, and that's how I would execute it.
Yeah, he jumped straight to Nigeria. You tell me WizKid and Burna Boy is doing this too? What are you gonna break my heart with next?
Okay, so explain. I'm guessing you have an interface or a software, some dashboard, or something like that. Explain the science behind it, because for a stream to count on whether it's YouTube, Apple Music, or even Spotify, they're gonna need a device or an account, right?
Yeah, because let's remember, Kendrick did get number 1.
Not like Us went number 1. So these streams had to count. So for those to be fake, he had to know what he was doing for them to count. Because again, it's not like Kendrick just dropped a song and it's a whole bunch of YouTube views and that's where it ended. The song went number 1.
Right, some registered account with the app playing the song for at least 30 seconds before they count it as a stream. So how do you pull that off for millions of streams, right?
So I'll actually just tell you how I do it, because I'm not interested in doing this anymore. I'm trying to change it because it's just not worth it anymore for me as as an employee, as somebody who's doing this for a while. So there are many ways to do it, and one of the ways recently you've been able to do it. So what you would do is you could actually set up a bunch of fake phones. Let's say Samsung devices, because device does matter, and what you're viewing it on, it can all be seen by Spotify. So what you would do is you want premium accounts. So like free plays, free trials, those don't work. So what you would do is you would get a gift card. You would set it up to a bunch of phones. And phones, I mean, you could emulate them. People can make fake phones off computers and servers and devices and computers and laptops. And you would pretty much just replay that so it looks like it's a play, and you play it for at least a minute of the song, or you could do the full song, and you just have it going in the background thousands and thousands and thousands of times. So you can't do it all at once, because obviously it wouldn't work like that, or it's too much, or it's just really not possible. That's why people like to do plays slowly, and they do them at a certain time, at a certain rate. But yeah, what you would do, so to do the premium method is what people have been doing recently, is you would get a gift card or a prepaid or something. You would sign up for a free trial with it, and then you would connect that card to multiple accounts or different cards to multiple accounts, and you would get it playing in the background. So the phones are technically on a premium trial, and they're actively listening to the song for more than 45 seconds, and that would count as a play.
Oh, okay.
And it also depends on where they're based out of as well.
So there's not actual phones like in some big.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a wall with 100 phones taped to it, and he was just there having it on repeat. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Server or data center. You're saying that people are using like these emulators to kind of like mirror phones, and then having software, which would be Spotify or Apple Music, run on them playing song A, song B, or song C at a certain rate, right?
Yeah. So like in like a long time ago, like before phones and computers were big things, what people would do is they would have, you've probably seen videos. They have walls of phones, like the Samsungs, and they have people in India or different countries just playing the songs on all those walls of phones, right? Like that's how you used to be able to do it because it's technically a real stream. Yeah. So they would have those phone farms. But nowadays, they have emulators. So it's like a Samsung emulator, an iPhone emulator. You could pretty much make a fake phone on your computer. So imagine that, but you just multiply it by 10,000, 15,000, couple thousand, and then you just do that for the streams every single time. So yeah, you could pretty much make a fake phone, and they work as real phones, and they technically count as phone streams because, you could play it off Safari or Google Play Store or something in that. It depends on their budget, but in theory, you could make unlimited, but it's just really not possible. So let's say you wanted 30 million streams. You'd want at least 14,000 to 28,000 devices running at once, and just have that running a day. And then those, you could make more, you could add less, you could do whatever you want, but you also have to make it realistic as well. So you, for a fake stream to count, and you want it to look real, and you don't want it to get flagged, you're not just going to say, let's say, okay, I want this song to have 1 million plays. You're not going to do exactly 1 million plays in one day, because that's just unrealistic, and that's also 1 million devices. So what you're going to do is, let's say, oh, you want 1 million over a week. You're going to have 15,400, some random number, 1,438. You're going to have that you're going to have that plays that amount of days. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of confuse the system as well.
So all right, and I've heard about that, right? So I've heard about streams because you're giving an explanation now. Why?
Where is Kendrick Lamar brought up?
Fuck up your own business, your own who you've worked with.
I haven't, done this out of respect, but the most recent song I did do all the bots for, well, most of it and the marketing was Not Like Us.
Woo! Turn me to an alarm system. Hold on. Let's bring that back one more time. I clicked into the juicy part. Let's get back into this. Whoa.
Relationships with them and their label and their managers. Okay. So there's certain people who I would never do that to out of respect, but the most recent song I did do all the bots for, well, most of it and the marketing was Not Like Us.
Now, a lot of people are going to say that's fucking cat. This is a song that people are playing outside. This is a song that's going around. I have it on here on YouTube. It says 80 million plays. If I go to Spotify and look it up, I think it says over 100 million plays, or actually 200 million. Actually close to 300. Let me look it up. Not Like Us. I think that the argument here is going to be, it says 343 on Spotify right now, 343 million. They're going to say, bro, Kendrick's team, obviously I don't think Kendrick's doing it himself, you can explain. He doesn't need to hit you up to fucking go figure this shit out. He could just, the song is hot already, right? Why the hell does he need you? To be honest, you're going to have to give a little bit for people to actually believe that you're not fucking just lying, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, again, you asked around about me. I'm not biased. I haven't,
if I go to Spotify and look it up, I think it says over 100 million plays, or actually 200 million. Actually close to 300. Let me look it up. Not Like Us. I think that the argument here is going to be, it says 343 on Spotify right now, 343 million. They're going to say, bro, Kendrick's team, obviously I don't think Kendrick's doing it himself, you can explain. He doesn't need to hit you up to fucking go figure this shit out. He could just, the song is hot already, right? Why the hell does he need you? To be honest, you're going to have to give a little bit for people to actually believe that you're not fucking just lying, right?
When first dropped, it wasn't him. I'm not going to say he reached out to me himself, because obviously he didn't. It was definitely somebody from management. They wanted me to do 30 million early, which fed into the rest of the views, because obviously it was going to be a hit song either way. I like the song. You want me to be honest? The song is good. It's a hit song.
Hey, sir, we, again, we're at the point where we're putting out public information. Could we also divulge names that we could verify even later? Who reached out to you on behalf of Kendrick?
I mean, I have payment proof, and I will DM that to you, as long as you won't expose it right now on stream in front of everybody. But I will send you all the proof, all the receipts, and everything.
Okay.
Because there are certain things that I want to keep myself safe at the end of the day too. But I will send it to you.
I want to independently verify it. Hold on. I'm gonna put in this call. Well, you know my Instagram name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can either send it in here or send it to me on Instagram to send a screenshot or whatever. But you say you have payment proof of what? And even then, my next question is gonna be, well, if you did some shit on the song, which we still got to talk about, and you got paid for the song, well,
yes.
Why are you mad?
Because I haven't got paid my full amount that I was promised.
So somebody
They always say feed the wolves. Every time we see something like this, always collapses. Someone that, they got a little cocky, bro, we don't need that little nigga no more. Why we gonna pay him? We told him 10 bands, send that nigga 5,500. He's lucky he's getting that. Okay, they gonna take that 5,500 and run and scream to the news. You gotta keep him happy.
For 30 million streams, what'd you tell him? How much?
So I was actually promised, so cuts as well. So I was promised payments after, but up front I was promised 5K.
Okay.
They told me it was for a big artist, promised 5K up front. Okay. They sent me 2.5K, and then I was also promised after the song performed, I was also going to receive, a little percentage of the song, so points on the song.
You're talking to somebody that's not industry. Put it like this. My voice is on Push-Ups by Drake. I don't have percentage of that song. I would look like an idiot, and I'm pretty sure Drake would just block me if I said, give me percentage on the song. Now, you're a digital marketer.
Yeah, this is like my full-time job.
Engineers don't even get percentage of the song. Why? Is this the first time someone's promised you percentage on a song? Labels are stingy, rappers are stingy, they're not going to give you percentage. They might give you a little fee, but they're not giving you percentage of the song.
Comments is going crazy after he said that percentage on a song. People were like, yo, there's no way this is true. There's got to be a lie. Only 5K, what?
Yeah, and they told me, they said after everything was done and after everybody was paid out is when I'd be paid the rest of the month. That's what I was told as well.
Who are you speaking?
I don't really want to say who that is, but I am DMing you right now. And they also, the reason they did it is because they also needed that song to win. I mean, I don't think he did it. He said he needed it. I just think they were competing with an artist who's big. Obviously, Drake is a huge artist, and they just needed to win. They needed that win, and they maybe needed the extra push, and they thought they needed it, which they probably would have won either way. I'm not biased like I'm saying. They probably would have won without the streams. Did it as a scapegoat just in case. It was their insurance.
I'm trying to figure out. You said you sent it?
No, I'm sending it right now.
Okay. So, you didn't think it was a little bit odd when they're like, hey, we're going to give you percentage on the song?
No, because people usually like to pay me after too, which I'm okay with because, I've been doing it for a while. So when I work with bigger artists, they want to see the numbers first. They want to see how it works. They want to see what they're going to get from it, what they're going to profit, how it's going to look, how it's going to, make them look as an artist. So I usually take payment after. So I do take payment up front just as proof, but usually I let them pay me after or whatever they want to.
Okay. All right. So you got $2,500 up front, and then you were expecting another $2,500, I'm guessing? And then
I was expecting another $2,500, which I never received. And then after that was a percentage. And I've been doing this internet stuff for a long time. Mm-hmm. Like, there's videos of me on YouTube. My voice is recognizable. There's certain people who know me from, when I worked with certain streamers.
Now, Chad, I also want to contextualize what some of this means, right? This is what percentage on a song means. Like, if he was supposed to get percentage, well, obviously, we could be talking about on the royalty side, or we could be talking about publishing. It would be probably odd to give someone on digital marketing and publishing, but let's say on the royalty side, which, I'm guessing Kendrick is distributing everything through PG Lang. I don't know exactly how it's routed, but let's say he has that control where he can just make those calls, or maybe his team can make those calls. 1% of this song, for what it's going to be worth, is going to be tens of thousands, if not $100,000. Like, you do know that.
Yeah.
Like,
which
1% of the song over
lot.
time. So 1% of this song,
which is weird to me. They gave you $2,500, but then they offer you points on this song. That does sound kind of odd. It does sound kind of odd to me. Or maybe they just knew he was dumb and didn't really know about the industry or really understand business. But that's weird to me. $2,500, I could see if they were like, yo, we'll offer you $50,000 and a couple points on the song. $2,500, and they ducking you over another $2,500. Wouldn't they just rather give you the $2,500 and just not give you the points in the song and then duck you over that? It just seems a little weird to me.
Over 24 to 36 months that's 1%, right? And that's my way for people, I like to try to educate, some of the people who don't really know about the music industry as well. Like, this is what people talk about, points on the album or points on whatever. Points usually mean percentage. So when somebody says they're going to give you points, right? Like, usually like, hey, you have a point on this particular project, or obviously would be this song, that's worth 6 figures over time, right? Because shit, I don't know if you've ever been to this website, but His Daily Double, like, the song was making like 300,000 a week. Like, I don't even gotta pull it up, but 300,000 a week every week, and it's been out for like 8 weeks. It's still gonna continue. Then we're not even talking about some of the publishers. Like, there's so much money being made from this song. This song is probably gonna be grossing $10 million at least. Okay. So this is going to be a very lucrative song. When you were told that you were going to get points on this song, you said this never happened before. Were you a little skeptical?
No, because I usually give people the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, maybe they just don't want to pay me up front, or maybe, I just didn't really think it through that much, which I probably should have done now looking in the future. But I mean, like, hey, they have money, they're a big marketing team. The artist has money. Everybody has money. So I was like, hey, it shouldn't be an issue. I'm okay with them paying me after.
Okay, were you certain? Where am I waiting for the DM from you? Did you
the message?
Yeah, did you send it?
It said I had to invite you to a chat, so I just sent a period 2 DM.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay.
And as long as we could just keep that name private, but keep it between us.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. Are you dealing with someone who is related or in PG Lang, or are you dealing with someone who maybe PG Lang works with? Because that's also very important.
Someone who they work with.
So this isn't, for example, Dave Free. This isn't, for example, his manager. This isn't, someone who would be verified within PG Lang, who would be like, hey, listen, this is what we're doing. This might be a third party who they use to market songs.
So I actually did get reached out to a third party, and that's when I ended up getting connected with the actual people, and the payment was from them. Okay. But yes, at first I was reached out to by a third party saying, hey, we can make some money on this deal.
Oh, damn, wait, hold on. So that was, because I tried to give him a little leeway. Like, maybe you're not really working with the right people in the thing. It's just, they pay a third-party marketing agency, and then the marketing agency promises you certain amount of streams, certain amount of numbers, certain amount of looks, and they just have to provide that however they can. Now, if they're doing fake, Kendrick doesn't know anything about that. Kendrick paid that company, and that's why they gave him such a little percentage. But he ends up then saying he actually spoke to the actual team and got payments from the actual Kendrick Lamar team. I tried to buy him a little leeway. I see what I tried to do there, and he still came back in like, nah, bro, I ended up meeting him throughout the process. How you guys feeling as of now? You believe in it? I'm a skeptical person. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm always, until I see proof, I really don't believe. A lot of people get mad at me for that, and I can tell in a lot of other videos. They're like, no, you should automatically believe it. I'm sorry, it's just the kind of way I am in life. Like, it's just, until I really see proof, until he starts showing it, and or unless Act says, yo, I just witnessed it right now, yeah, this looks real deal, Holyfield, then I'm gonna believe it. But as of now, I haven't seen anything that really swayed me to believe it's true.
Deal, they want this. And then also check your Instagram DMs.
That's what I've been waiting for, Ray. Let's see.
And again, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not on anybody's team. I'm not in favor of somebody. I'm not here to pick and choose.
Bro, you're a Drake fan. It's fine. Come home. Come to the embassy. Come home.
Okay. And even after this, if you want to call me privately, and I'll show you everything, and I'll explain it more in detail with names. And there's certain people I don't want to bring up as well.
Like, you better pull a Cardi B and record this nigga.
But this is my way of ensuring that I'm going to be good. You know what I mean? By just saying something at least.
Okay. All right, now I'll tell you guys what I'm seeing. I'm not going to show it on camera, obviously. I don't want to betray. This is a bank statement from, well, not statement. This is a video of him being in his bank account and him showing that on May 6th, he received a Zelle payment from, and I won't say that person's name, but it was for $2,500. Now, when did Not Like Us drop? That's important. Oh, actually, I got it right here. It's May 4th. So you got paid 2 days.
Yeah, I got reached out to. It was May 5th afternoon, and that's when they were like, and I will send you also receipts of that as well, me being reached out to by the third party and then being paid by them. And they actually told me, they're like, hey, we can make some money on this. They just did this drop. They want to just push it. That's how they worded it. They said we want to push the song, we want to make it look like a crazy hit, and we want to go crazy, and everybody wants to get paid. Okay. So I'm saying, fine, yeah, that's cool, let's do it.
Could you send me that as well?
Yes, I will.
And by the way, chat, again, this guy might be witty with fucking software, but it doesn't look like an actual bank account. There's a name that I recognize that I won't say. But
yeah, and the only reason I blacked out a little bit right there is because it is my first name. And later I will, if you want, I will call and screen share with you on FaceTime or whatever you want, and I would scroll out of the app, I'll log in, I'll click on it, I'll do whatever you need me to do. And it wasn't for like a crazy amount of streams either, that's what I'm saying. It was just for an initial push.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not responsible for all the streams, I'm not responsible. He has a hit, it did good, it's an amazing song, it's very catchy, and that's why everybody likes it.
Okay,
so let me just saying, it needs that initial push.
30 million streams, but on what platform?
Spotify. The thing about it is Spotify is the most easy to bot platform. And a lot of people know this, and it's been around for a while. It's no secret that people bot. A lot of artists bot.
Is it easier to bot than like say YouTube or like?
So the thing about Apple Music is you actually can't bot Apple Music, and anybody who works in this industry will tell you can't.
Wow. Okay. Never mind. That's dope to see. I never knew that. You see, that's some dope information to see. So should we respect more when we see the Apple charts over the Spotify charts? Is what I'm getting from?
Because their platform isn't a free platform. So
yeah, but you said that the accounts.
Because everyone's premium. Because everyone is.
Y'all are using them for Spotify.
Yeah,
premium,
they actually ended up patching that. So you used to be able to do Apple Music the same way you're able to do Spotify.
What do you mean?
But they actually patched down. Like you used to be able to do the fake gift cards, the fake streams that way. But they actually made it so you can't. They have the best security when it comes to bot protection out of any streaming platform. YouTube, there will forever be bots because it's paid. It's free. You don't have to have an account. You could be a guest and you could watch a video and it will count as a view. Apple Music has been able to crack down on it for the longest time. And for Spotify, it's a 30-day free trial. But for Apple Music, you have to pay and you iPhone user, etc.
Okay, so it was 30 million on Spotify.
Yeah, only on Spotify, nothing else. I have nothing to do with YouTube. I have nothing to do with Apple Music. I have nothing to do with Shazam or any of those other platforms.
Okay, this is going to be the sticking point that I'm going to be confused with. This song's going to make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Why the hell would they fleece you out of? It appears that it's like maybe $5,000, and I know they whoever told you points on the song, but they could have probably just gave you another 10. And you can tell me if they gave you 15,000, would you have why did they get here?
Yeah, because I lost money. Like I paid out of pocket to pay for the streams, and I didn't receive money. That's the only reason. Like if they paid me, I would have kept my mouth shut. Like obviously I'm not gonna say anything. I do good business. People do good business with me. I'm not gonna say anything. That again, I don't take sides. I'm not biased. I don't care who it is.
How much
I
you
don't
lost?
really know.
How much money?
So for me, I did come out of pocket about close to $10,000, and I did use some of it. Just that 2.5, I did use it. It did go to that cost.
And so why didn't they pay the rest of the money?
I still don't understand. I don't know why to this day. And that's another reason why I don't know why they couldn't have just finished paying me, or I couldn't have been reached out to somebody else and they could explain it to me, and then I just would have kept my mouth shut, and then we wouldn't have gotten here.
Okay, so break it down to me. So you're dealing with a third party company that I'm guessing they're working with. They're the one who got you to start the fake streams, and then you get paid. And by the way, I will say this: the person who allegedly paid him, at least from what I saw on it was a Zelle. It's somebody. It's associated definitely with the camp.
Oh, because he can actually see the name now. Okay.
Did you at least go back to the third party people and be like, hey, what's up with the rest of the money? And then
I did.
maybe did you try to?
Yeah, so I did reach out. I was calling, I was texting, hey, like any updates, anything new? Could you let me know what's happening? Question marks, and just didn't receive anything. And I didn't really worry about it. I was just like, okay, maybe they're busy. It's a crazy job. I'm not gonna go out there and try to attack them. I'm not gonna go look for them. I'm not gonna do anything like that.
And they just ghosted.
I mean, yeah, I got ghosted by the third party.
Ghosted by the third party. Did you try to get in contact with the team around Kendrick?
Yeah, I did. I reached out to some people. Nothing really, like no interest. And then I also reached out to some people from the other camp as well, and they just said they weren't interested in anything at all.
Oh, what do you mean the other camp?
Drake. So he reached out to OVO trying to be a Mo, and Drake's probably like, brother, I don't know who to trust from. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. I want nothing to do with it.
Reach out to them and say, hey, what's up? Like anything, blah blah blah, and they just weren't showing any interest at all.
Why would you reach out to Drake's camp?
Because that's who they're beefing with. That's the other side. I'm just saying if anything happened over there. I was just asking. I was trying to see if they had any involvement. If they, and I also try to tell them like, hey, this is what happened. Same thing like how I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
I try to explain that to them or try to get in contact with them, and they just showed no interest and they shut me down.
So were you just trying to switch sides? Well, not necessarily switch sides. I know you say don't pick sides, but were you just trying to be like, all right, cool. If y'all not gonna pay for my services, maybe I can get Drake to pay for my services to do stuff for him.
Yeah. So if they wanted the ammo, if they wanted, the knowledge, I was gonna go over there and be like, hey, like just a heads up. But no, they seemed very uninterested and they didn't want anything to do with it.
And you were willing to like, yo, Drake, listen, I'll expose it. I'll give you the details of how we did business that you could use as ammo against this guy.
Yes, and he just said, it's like, it's not even worth it. It's like, well, this is what they were saying. They were saying it's probably not worth it. It's not worth it to reach out. We're just gonna, we're not interested in what you have to say pretty much.
Okay. Now, again, I know you're verifying certain things to me, but you've also said that you're kind of done with this type of stuff. Could you say any of these names? Because people are gonna be like, it's gonna seem far-fetched to be like, okay, if no one supposedly knows you and you're in the seat, yeah, maybe you had some ties to some team that worked with Kendrick, but how the hell did you reach out to OVO? Like, how does that work?
I mean, I told you, like, I've been around for a while. If you're in the industry and, you're in the streaming world, you know who I am. And it's like, I do have connections there. Like, I've been working around the world pretty much with a lot of labels and a lot of artists, so I have connections. So I could reach out to an artist, or I could get somebody from my team to reach out to an artist for me, and then I usually always get a response. It's not like me just DMing somebody saying, hey, what's up?
Okay. So basically through your connections. Okay. All right. So wait, when did the threatening start? Okay, so they're finessing you. They're not paying you the rest of it, but why threaten you?
So honestly, and I think it's because of this. I think it's because they know I was tripping about payment, and it might have been the third party as well, who was also like, hey, like this, maybe we stand this guy for his cut, so we want to just make him seem scared so he doesn't say anything, so he doesn't ruin our rep, So they're like,
you think the third party might have scammed you, not Kendrick's team themselves. You think they may have talked you up into blah 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 that you could probably do more and probably do it quickly, and then they ghosted you, right? Am I making sense?
Yeah. So again, I don't know who's threatening me. I don't know why they are, but again, I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna send you the screenshot right now. But it's like I get like weird texts every now and then, and calls and FaceTimes and spams. People tell me they know where I live, etc. And it's like, again, it could be people just trying. They don't want me to do exactly what I'm doing right now. And the only reason I am doing what I am doing right now on the stream is just as reassurance for myself to make sure I'm okay. So you kind of get where I'm coming from now. It's almost like
basically now, if something happens to him, we know where it came from because he came here talking about Kendrick Lamar. He ends up, oh my God, he happened to just slip down the stairs and broke his neck. Now we know. Hold on. How ironic after he started exposing Spotify. Don't think this is a small thing. Yeah, he's exposing Kendrick Lamar, but he's saying Kendrick Lamar is just one of many under the Spotify umbrella. That can be more dangerous to the actual company of Spotify than it is to Kendrick Lamar. You're not changing nobody's mind that Kendrick won this beef, so I think him saying this or not, it's a little bit too late now. It does say a lot about Spotify if it is true.
Just like a safety net for me.
Okay. Did you send me the message of whoever's, well, you don't got to tell me at this point, but
yeah, I got you.
Now, here's the thing. I kind of believe you, from where I sit, and this isn't a Kendrick thing, if you ask me. This is like...
It's really not. I promise you it's not. It's just a music thing.
Yo, I'm really just speaking way too much ahead of myself. I said it. It's bigger than just Kendrick. It's bigger than just Kendrick. They're making their own company look bigger, which they're charging these companies more on the Google AdSense, which makes more money for them because they're like, hey, look how many views you're going to get on, look how many impressions you're going to get when they're not all real.
In general, and it's also an explanation of how easy it is for platforms to fake it. And it's like, it's not genuine. If it was any other artist, I would tell you the same thing. It just happens so that this is a song and this is the artist and this is the third party who paid me and this is etc. If it was anybody else, I'd be saying the same thing. It has nothing to do with Drake and it has nothing to do with Kendrick.
People threatening you on Kendrick's team, or was it from the third party, you believe?
I don't know. I can't say if it was or if it wasn't. And that's because I genuinely don't know. If I did, I would tell you.
So he's basically telling us he came out because he started getting threatened by either just random numbers that are texting him, threatening him to, if he was to speak or expose this, they would kill him. Over 2,500 though? That's the part that got me stuck. 2,500 though?
So you've been getting random like phone numbers
every day. Literally, I like people just sending me shit to my name every day. Calls,
I'll read the
texts.
message. Some random number says, we know where you live, you can't hide forever. Why were they threatening you back in?
Because I told them like, yo, like I was messaging them, yo, like anything, money, like I'm gonna say something. I need this, like you guys can't do this, like I think they knew because they knew who I was and they knew who I was talking to. Maybe it got out that I was talking to some people around me. Maybe the word got out to them that I was going to say something, or I was going to go reach out to people and be like, hey, these guys, don't work with them, etc. So I think that's what kind of scared them into thinking like, oh, let's just, scare him. Maybe he's a young kid. Let's just scare him. He won't say anything.
I had heard that an article coming out about some stuff doing with you and fake streams.
I wouldn't know. Journalists have reached out to me. People have reached out to me.
Someone told me Rolling Stones was talking.
I don't know. I can't confirm or deny, but I have had journalists reach out to me. I didn't reach out to them. They reached out to me, contacted me first, asked me for what happened my side, and I spoke.
Other than this song, and it appears that, like, what's a good amount of money you feel that would make you whole?
It's not the money, because I really don't care. Like,
make him hold. He's already spilled the beans.
I have money. I've been doing this
I know
for a while.
Because I see your account. You got money. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It is about the money, though. People did some bad business with you, and yeah, you could try to say, well, it's because, I operate on good faith and somebody fucked me over and that's why I'm doing this. But if they had paid you the money, you'd have been good. So I'm wondering how much money was this really over?
Just what I lost. And it's not even over that because like people take L's on money all the time. It was more of like you could say, yeah, it was for money. The basis of it
Bro, I'm sure there was a K-Dot fan out there that would have gave this nigga the 2,500 to not go on the stream and even say this.
Was for money, but it was more for like, why did they just stop responding and just take it? But the money is like it's the one thing. It's a big deal. That's like
how much money?
I technically lost about like.
Yo, some comments said, chill. He needs his 2,500 now. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is so hard to believe. Over 25, I know there's niggas in the hood putting 2,500 on a gambling ticket, on a sports book ticket. 2,500 is what Kendrick Lamar is paying for 35, which I don't even know how many streams these streams cost. But to the fact that he's even involving people from his team and all this over 2,500, and to get the risk of this even coming out over 25 just seems nuts.
Let's say $9,000 to like $11,000.
So if they sent you $15,000,
I'd have been fine. I'd been like, okay, good business, it's done. I'm not saying anything. Good working with you guys. Thank you for bringing me clients again.
Now this is going to confuse me. I've done business with people near and far, many people, and I've not always had a positive business dealing with everyone. Some people have tried to run off.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean
somebody said now it's 11K. How he go from getting paid 5K at first with a 2.5 advance to 9 to 11K. I thought I was tripping. That's why I was like doing the math in my head real quick. I'm like, hold on, nigga. How we get here? How did we get here? Was I talking too much? How did we get here?
that I shoot myself in the foot and blow up the entire business, because that's what you're doing now, right? So I know you say you're getting threatened.
Yeah, that is the main reason. It's not because like, oh, I'm a pussy, I'm scared of this. Like, no, I'm genuinely getting like threats, and like people around me are getting calls. I wake up to calls from people I know saying like, yo, why are random numbers texting me, telling me to give you your stuff, telling me, hey, get me in contact with this dude, hey, get me in contact with him, tell him to answer his phone. Like at this point, it's just gone way too far to the point where I could still be here and make automated money, and I could do it without. I have my own site, I have my own public resources, I have people working under me that will still continue to make me money. But as myself, I can't be the front man. I can't keep doing this.
Why not just go to the police?
What are they gonna do? I'm gonna send them the text. They're not gonna do anything. I'm a kid, and even 1% of that song would have been $100,000, and I did a lot to jumpstart the song. And I just thought, hey, they're gonna do good business and it's gonna work. And it just ended up didn't work. It didn't work out. And in this music industry, you know too, people sometimes run off with money. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But I just didn't think it would happen that day. So that's the only reason I'm saying something is because like people people close to me, relatives have been getting contacted. It's scary. It's like not of age to do certain stuff. I can't go to. I could go to the police, but they're just not gonna help me in any way. I'd rather do this and have security that like, hey, okay, he said something. Obviously, we can't do something now because it's on record. If I go to the police, what is that gonna do? The police don't know you guys. They don't have an audience. They can't reach out.
Well, nobody on the stream knows who you are. It's not like you're like, hey, this is me right here. Remember when X, like before he died, he said, if something happened to me, that nigga did it. Like no one knows. Still, maybe some people could connect your voice, but like you're still pretty unknown, and no one knows your Instagram or no one knows whatever. So they still could kill you.
I don't think so. But if you see it like that, then maybe. But I see it as they know. It's not a fact of your chat knows or who knows. It's more that I know that I've said something and I've said my piece, and that's just how it is. And that's what that's what I believe. And I believe me saying something is gonna make it seem so like he's telling people he knows the right people, etc. And we're gonna stop. But the thing is, they might not stop, and it might keep happening. But at least I tried.
Well, okay. So the more you explain this to me, it feels like you fell out with a third party. Now, let me tell people how third party marketing works. Third-party marketing, I've said this consistently, and whether people want to believe me or not, I always used to say, you'll have Nicki Minaj complaining about other people, A, B, and C from their label, or from Atlantic, when in reality, every label does the same things. Every label has a checkbox. Say, we're going to pay for blogs, we're going to pay for this, we're going to pay for that. I don't give a fuck if it's Kendrick Lamar. He probably has a team that they were at Interscope for a long time through TDE. People probably picked up a couple things. They probably know, okay, yo, get this agency, they're going to get the marketing or whatever for the streams. I'm not shocked if maybe there was some fake streams to jumpstart the song or whatever, right? And when I say that, I'm saying that because I think that for all songs. Also, like I keep saying that it's like the steroid era. It's baked in the cake already. So don't get too surprised. It's not just one person doing everybody's.
Yeah, again, like I'm not gonna say that I mean this in like theoretical. All artists do it, and it's not them who do it themselves. Obviously, they're not gonna reach out to me. They're not gonna reach out to third party. Labels have teams who are quote unquote marketing teams that have connections that reach out to people. A lot of artists do it.
But don't you feel like you're singling out or calling out, like, because again, I don't know if you're willing to say the third party agency, but you're calling out Kendrick Lamar, right? Like you're basically saying it's Kendrick Lamar and his team or some people around him because people don't know these other entities that you're working with that might, is it the third degree of separation that Kendrick and his team, they wouldn't know you, but maybe they paid an agency. So are you down to call out the agency that you were working with?
Not yet, but again, you have to remember that I'm not calling
why
them
not?
out.
They would be the people who are threatening you. It wouldn't be. I don't think Kung Fu Kenny's like, yo, I'm gonna kill you when I see. I don't think he's doing it.
Yeah, I don't think so as well. But again, they were in the driver's seat. They're the people who reached out to them to kickstart the thing. They knew what they were doing. They paid it directly, and that was their thing. But again, it could have been anybody who would have done that, and I would have said the same thing. A lot of artists do this, if not almost all of them, and it's not them doing it. It's the labels and it's people around them.
I gotta slow you down. You're saying to me, I am speaking up because my life is under threat. Okay?
That's how I feel, yes, sir.
Cool. I'm telling you that it's most likely. I don't not believe your story. Kendrick's team did pay for or did solicit the services of having fake streams at a point. I'm just saying they didn't do it directly. They do what every label does. Atlantic doesn't hit up a fake streamer. They hit up an agency to deal with that. Now, because I don't believe that PG Lang is threatening you, I'm then saying, when you come on the stream, you mentioned the song, and obviously everybody knows PG Lang and Kendrick Lamar, it appears that they are threatening you. But the most likely option is that you're being threatened by people associated with the third-party agency. Why not name them? Because you're clearly naming Kendrick and his team. Yeah. Why not name the third-party agency that clearly wants to get you killed?
Because the way I was paid was very unusual. Let's say they did pay the third-party act, right? Correctly? Why was I sent the money directly? Maybe the third party said, here, send this amount to this guy. So again, I was paid directly from them. As you saw, it wasn't a third party, it wasn't an LLC who paid me, right?
Have you ever worked with this third party before?
What?
That third-party company that solicited your services, have you ever worked with them?
Okay. I haven't. I've had connections with them, but I've never actually ended up working with them. So it just was like one of those things where I was like, oh, first time, like, yeah, we can build a good connection. We can keep doing this. Let's run it. Let's make money. Let's have a good connection and let's do more stuff in the future.
Okay, now that complicates it, right? So that gives me a little bit of cause to pause because from what you sent through your bank account, like,
I did want to stop this, but I'm trying to see how much I do want to see how much Ak is really going to keep digging into the subject to really see, is he lying or is he saying the truth? I apologize, I keep looking down. I was trying to find the address to XXXTentacion's burial site. I haven't been there in like 2 to 3 years, but it is the anniversary today. I was thinking about stopping by, dropping some flowers off or something.
Video of, whatever you logging in and me seeing that 2,500, that was zelled by someone from Kendrick's team, right? So
yes, that's what I'm saying. It was like a direct payment, and they knew what they knew what they were paying for. I mean, it's kind of clear. They probably said, hey, we want this. This is what we're paying for. This is how much we're gonna pay, and here's the money. That's just how I see it, and that's how it went. Maybe you see it a different way, but that's how it happened.
So are you blaming Kendrick's team, even if you don't know necessarily if it's from them, for the threats on your life? Because you were paid by them. Okay, so that's what it is.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna sit here and say yes, it was them. Go get them. Okay. I'm saying, hey, there's definitely a part, as you could see, you see like, oh yeah, I could see how that would be an issue.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Now, you sent me the video. Right? Why not just say the nigga who sent you the money? Like, it's clear you're not gonna work with this guy anymore. Like,
the thing is, they do know who I am, and it's just more for my safety.
No, but you said your safety's coming on the stream and making it loud. Say the nigga's name. If you trip and fall, we gonna get that nigga locked up.
I mean, that is true, but I don't know. I'm really uncomfortable. That's just how I feel, and it's not because like I want to ruin their name, I want to bash their reputation, but that's just how. And it's more like I'm making it public because like it was more just for my safety, and it wasn't me trying to expose these guys. It was more because like now I want them to know like, oh, like this guy, he can't say something. It's out there. But I also don't want to ruin a relationship with that person or the people around me.
Brother, just to put it in perspective, if I'm Kendrick's team watching this, I got the Arthur. You're done, okay? Drake said in the end of Family Matters, you dead? Not saying you're dead. I'm saying you're done. In the sense of you have brought an allegation against a group of people who basically tomorrow or 2 nights from now are planning a victory party over Drake. You're now muddying the waters. There is no relationship to save. They would look like clowns to work with you again if they decided for any future project. If they say they dropped the single and they wanted to juice it a little bit, if they hit you up again after you came on my stream, they would be idiots. So that relationship is done. So that's again. I'm asking, why wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to hit me up directly, like I said to start with. They weren't the people who started the whole thing. It wasn't like a direct conversation with them. I didn't get on the phone with them. I didn't call them. I didn't talk to them. I didn't reach out to them by myself. So you see how it is? Again, it's like, it still works because people use my services.
Even though you're on the stream, it seems like you're still going to keep doing business. Because
I kind of have to because that is the way I make my money. You know what I mean? Like streaming and doing news is the way you make your money.
I get it, but why do this? This is why I do it, right? Like, if you're only...
This is why I'm so confused. Why do this if you're still going to be acting scared for your protection? You just want them to know you're talking. I just don't see how it's beneficial. How do we even know who you are? How is this beneficial in any way?
Caring for your safety. If you're trying to be safe by coming on the stream, the only way to be safe is safe. That guy right there, like when Meek Mill said he was going to come to my house, I had to make it abundantly clear, hey, you heard what Meek Mill said. Anything happened to me, it's Meek Mill. Robert Rameek Williams, lock him up for life. That's how you get out when people...
Honestly, bro, I mean, like, you are right. And then again, fuck it, bro. It's like, at this point, like, I'm fried either way, right? Fuck it. I mean, let's just not show the screenshot. I'm not showing. It's just because, then again, if you show that, it's like, it always comes back to me. And then again, like, I have a certain amount of money.
I'm not showing that. I'm not showing that. I got it.
And
Say the name!
For my age, the amount of money I have is like kind of sickening. I don't want to risk that and then me end up getting robbed or me end up getting shot by somebody else who isn't.
I'm not trying to post your bank account, brother. Just speak the truth.
I fuck it, bro. It's Anthony Soleil. I'm crashing out because like this is for my safety.
Anthony Soleil. I'm not too informed on who he is. Let's look him up real quick. Anthony Soleil. I hit that nigga like he was in interrogation. Hold on, then. Yo, that's hilarious.
I mean, let's just not show the screenshot.
I'm not showing. I got it.
It's just because, then again, if you show that, it's like, it always comes back to me. And then again, like, I have a certain amount of money that I just, for my age, the amount of money I have is like kind of sickening. I don't want to risk that and then me end up getting robbed or me end up getting shot by somebody else who isn't.
I'm not trying to post your bank account, brother. Just what speaker.
I fuck it, bro. It's Anthony Soleil. I'm crashing out because like this is for my safety. This is how I feel. That's who paid me. Not saying I was in direct contact with him. That's just the name that was on the account that I got paid by, and that's how I feel. And I'm scared. Obviously, bro. I'm not of age. I'm young. I'm underage. I can't do certain things. I'm scared of people, bro. I do online shit. I'm not a shooter. I'm not a hitter. I got reached out to by people. I did this, and this is what happened. This is my safety net now. I don't want to die, obviously, bro. I mean, I'm just how I feel, and this is what I had to say. And it's
finally gave a name out. This nigga does sound scared though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. After he said the name, he did start going crazy.
Stupid as fuck because obviously I want to keep making money. I have like fucking, I've made mid 7 figures. Like I'm touching crazy money. But then again, if somebody's gonna come threaten my life, why does money matter? Why do I care?
I agree.
Why, like what is that? What is that $10 million gonna do to me? What is that? Is that gonna save me? No, it's gonna buy me a fucking trip to Turks. And what am I gonna do with that? Nothing.
Okay, now we're talking. Chat, I can verify that what I seen on that message, and I'm hoping that message, or I'm assuming that
I will personally call you and I'll show you it, and I will show you my name. I'll show you the social connected to it because I trust you, and you are a big figure, and obviously, so we can call after this, after you know, because you have your shit to do, you have your stream, you have your segments, you have news to talk about. You are the number one, you know, out there. That's again why I reached out to you. You are the number one, you know, music podcast, and it just felt safe to me, and this is what I needed to do, and this is how I felt, and how it needed to be done. And I thank you for letting me do this because then again, it gave me almost closure, it made me feel safe, and I'm gonna stand on it. And this is what happened. This is how it happened. Everything I'm telling you is how it went down. Then again, I don't know the internal.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. Unless the homie is a really amazing troll, he sounds scared. Like, nah, I'm really hearing the fear and now the youth out of his voice because he's talking like he was 10 years old. I'm just a kid. Like, nigga, you sound like you got some hair on your chin, brother. I don't know, from your voice, it sounds like you got some hair in your chin. I'm picturing Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in 2024, though. Like, that's what I'm picturing behind the microphone.
On their side. I don't know the internals on third party. This is how it happened, and this is how I feel safe.
Who's the third party?
I'll talk to you about that. I really can't do. That's like different because they have, it's like certain contracts were in. There's violations that are I definitely crossed with them. But then again, I don't want to say the name just in case. But
I think this you think this pudgy nigga right here that Drake done post 5 times on his goddamn Instagram, basically called him a clown. You think he finna kill you? I think it's the niggas who running that third party shit. You might want to put them on.
And again, they didn't. I mean, bro, yeah, fuck him. He's a bitch. But then again, they didn't pay me. You saw the payment. That's the only reason why but maybe they lied to him. Then again, maybe they told him or told whoever, this is how much you need to pay.
No. This happens all the time. And by the way, I'm not even gonna indict by the way, this is Kendrick's man. By the way, I'm not gonna indict him off a Zelle payment. This happens.
Okay, Anthony Soleil is Kendrick Lamar's manager. If you didn't hear,
they probably like, yo, we did some shit. We're doing some marketing, blah 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 blah. Yo, it could have been like I heard that they were taking clips from my Instagram and paying to post on blogs. Maybe somebody who thought they were clever. Thing. Yeah, maybe somebody thought they were clever. Like, oh shit, yo, we need to hit these people off with this amount. Yo, could you Zelle $2,500 to this? And he just did it. Like, you know what I mean?
It's also a tax write-off as well. A lot of companies, especially music companies, they use digital marketing as a tax write-off.
No, you're right.
Then again, that's why everybody does it. So
it's always gonna go towards the expenses when you're trying to do a profit loss statement. Okay. All right. Have you ever spoke to this individual?
No, that's why I told you it was straight to third party. Maybe they lied to him, maybe they told him something else, but that's how it was. And they knew what they were doing. They saw the jump in the views. They didn't, you know, that's just how it was. Especially that early on. They saw it happen. Like obviously they saw it happen. Maybe if like what you're saying is true, maybe there's a hypothetical, but they definitely saw it happen and they knew what happened. And there was a jump. 30 million is a lot. It wasn't all at once. Then again, because we did the song flag, they would reach out, their distributor would reach out, Spotify would reach out to them and be like, hey, we think some of these streams aren't authentic, and they would end up sending an email in.
Okay.
But then again, I could have done this to anybody else. Hold on.
Look, yeah. We're here on the side of, and I know some people are like, well, you don't like Kendrick. I don't. For the people who really think that like I'm like beefing with Kendrick, Drake's my favorite rapper. Listen, I keep telling y'all, that's why I love being a media. As long as I'm in the middle of this shit, I'm winning. I don't give a fuck. My bank account stays like this as long as I'm in the middle. Okay, that's a tip you should always learn. So yeah, my personal preference is I hope Drake wins, but like, let's keep this shit going as long as Big Act in the middle. That's how it works. Anyway, I say that to say I'm not here to just try to drive some narrative to make Drake look good. And some of my people might be like, you're trying to like rewrite the beef. I'm not. I'm trying to verify your story.
And what I'm telling you is that's everything. You know, like I'm not. There's nothing I'm not really like missing out. I'm not sure.
I need some proof. I need some more proof. I need some proof. So when Spotify announced that Kendrick's song did 9-point-something million in a day globally, it was the biggest hip hop stream song of 2024. Then 2 days later, it was the second biggest stream song behind Drake, like Champagne, Girls Wants Girls in a single day. If I'm listening to your story, you contributed to that. Now, is there any logs you have? If you have a software, there's no way the software is running, and we have zero proof of what you've done in the past. Do you have logs? Do you have anything that showed you doing this in those days that were in question?
Yes. And what I did also is, I will be honest with you, I did do some videos for news outlets. I did speak to them. I did do explanations. I did show how I did it. And there will be stuff coming out, obviously, in the future, just as like to show Spotify, like, hey, this is a way you could stop it. So there are receipts, there are bot logs that I've kept personally for myself that I will show to you.
Sir, yeah. Again, you know, for the in-depth stuff, and it's fine. I don't have to necessarily show it on camera, but this is our moment in front of the people. And
yes, sir.
Is there anything you could send over that I could at least be like, oh, okay, this kind of shows that something was happening during those days?
Yeah,
because
if you hide your screen, I'm gonna turn on my camera real quick. I'm just gonna like show you like where I'm at. Like,
okay,
that's why the only reason like
my Discord is me.
Okay, so look, see, I'm like in some random hotel right now. All I have is this.
Actually, you probably don't want to answer that. around approximately how old?
I'm under 18.
You're under 18? Really? What were you gonna do?
So I was just showing you, like, I'm not at my main setup right now just because I was actually, so the threats and everything kind of made me scared for my safety. So what I did was I actually got a hotel, and I've been here for the past 2 to 3 weeks.
What happened to your parents?
I'm emancipated, and I work on my own, and I have my own house.
Are you from the United States?
Not born, but now I live here, yes.
I don't know, man. This nigga's story just getting crazy. Not with his parents, got his own house, under 18. There's just so much going on in here.
I rather would not share that, but I was not born in the U.S. or anything surrounding it.
He's Canadian.
So you're telling me there's actual proof that could show you botting these streams, and when you're in your main setup, you would have access.
And that's when I could, because I do use a desktop. So, the box PCs, the big ones, the pre-builts, those. I can't take that in here with me. I wouldn't be able to bring that with me. So yes, that, and then on that computer I have everything. I have all my storage, I have all my cold drives, everything I can show you with screen sharing and the logs, and I do have it all saved there as well. But in the area I'm at right now, I don't have it. But I can see what I can find and send you right now.
Yeah, if you got something, like, we just need some proof, man. Again, I had one of my comrades kind of vet you before, because, these are heavy allegations. I realize the platform, and again, I know people might think that, I'm just trying to make Kendrick and his team look whatever. And by the way, I think for the record, we should possibly just clear up, this most likely isn't Kendrick Lamar himself saying, hey, fake my streams, but through the process of what the music business is, he has a team. That team works with people. They work with digital marketers all over the place, and some of those people might be like, hey, listen, we need to make this shit really go viral. Someone says, yo, let's hit up this guy. He's gonna get us these streams. That's gonna make this thing work. Allegedly, the manager sends you money. And again, I'm looking at this. I'm trying to make sure, like, this is a real...
That's what I'm saying. When I'm, like, at my main setup, which I'm not right now, but I can be, I will show you everything. I'll be willing to call you. If for some reason, if you don't want to do it on stream again, we don't have to. But I want to make sure you see, I can show you everything that I have.
Yeah, no, I absolutely want to...
I just showed you where I'm in the middle of, like, basically nowhere with all I have is just a fresh Mac. And that's what I'm doing this Discord on. Nothing's on this computer.
The confirmation number on this is the Zelle payment.
Yeah, and I'll show you that later once I'm at my computer. I'll go more in depth.
Reverse look up this confirmation. I don't know if it will be available for the public.
No, but what I will do is, listen, I'll do this. I will get into contact with my bank, and I'll share with you. Just please don't share that to anybody, but I will share with you all the information from them, because I could do that with my statement.
Okay.
So if you would like to reschedule and we can do it another time, I will show you everything, and that's when I'll be in my main, where I work from, with my main computer and everything I have. But the payment is real. Like, you can, like, it's on the video, like, it's from the. No, I can't do that. That one I really can't.
Your fucking account, my nigga. Like, why the hell are you crashing out over $10,000?
I mean, it's like, then again, it's also like, because I can still do it. I'm not crashing out fully. Like, I'm still gonna be able to do it. Let's say they patch it.
Hey, he's thinking it's not the money, it's the principle. Is that what he's gonna hit us with, the big worm statement?
I'm gonna find another way to do it. That's just how it is. That's how this industry works. Every time they do it, it takes about 2 weeks to 30 days to find a new method. It's gonna happen again. I'm not crashing out. It's just how I feel, and it's really it's like over the money and also my safety. I wanted to get paid. Obviously, who doesn't want to get paid? You see money, you see 100K, you see 50K, whatever it is. You're gonna want that. But then again, it's also, I want to make sure I'm okay, and it's not crashing out, because then again, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go home. They're gonna patch it. I'm gonna figure a way to do it again, and then I'm gonna continue to do it. I'm still gonna make money even if I'm not doing it from my end. So let's say somebody else does it, but they use my network, they use my program. I'm gonna still be making cents off it. But let's say they do it at a high volume, I'm gonna be making thousands off it. So it's not really crashing out. It's just me being, speaking out for my safety. There's no crashing out, because at the end of the day, win or lose, I still have money. I'm still gonna make money.
Okay, I understand that as well. And okay,
because I was told, like, probably not a good idea, but every month I'm clearing 200 to 455K. Like,
come make a stream. Like I couldn't fake followers, because, like, I like knowing that there's just some real people. Whether they're real haters, real supporters, it don't matter. Like, real does matter to me.
It does.
I ain't gonna lie. There's one of my homies who be, like, faking their followers.
What?
No, there's one of my real homies who fake their followers. Like, he's in the game too. Like, he's in the industry. Yeah. But I know he fit in, and I don't say
it helps you. I pop in as much, and maybe they need to just push your viewership up a little more. And just want to show you something real quick.
All right, guys, I think this is the wrap up, but let me know, are you guys believing what this kid is saying? Did he share any evidence to us that really made me like, oh my God, this is 100% facts? Look, the logs, nah, we need that. I think that would be a great thing. Show us the date, the time, and the logs on the dates that those were streamed and how much you did per day. Also, we didn't see the statements. I do believe Act saying that he saw the statements, and that is a little bit more verifying, saying that he saw the statements, but it was an image. People today are bugging out. I need him to get on the call like he's saying he's willing to do an Act on private and to go through his bank account, click through the app while doing the screen share, so we can make sure there's no Photoshop going on. But why crash out? Why crash out over this little bit of money? Because now you're able to build that empire and build all that money. Are other people gonna, he's like, yeah, no, I'll figure out when they patch out to do it again. That's not the issue. The issue is you're doing this to Kendrick Lamar. Do you think all them other artists are going to feel comfortable not working with you? They keep saying that they know who you are. So is those third-party companies going to really reach out to you now? Did you just kick your whole business away? Does this really make sense to be real? There's parts of me that is like, I just don't see why someone would do this. They crash out and come out now. Why do it now? Also, you reached out to Drake, but Drake wouldn't want the ammo. Drake, at a moment like this, Drake would want the ammo that, not like us, to track that guy his head on the water right now. Might not be as real as people think. It's just all sounding a little bit too fishy. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Please share your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is real? Do you think this is fake? I want to see what more comes from this. We will be doing a giveaway at 10,000 subs. 10,000 real subs. Also, he kept saying under 18 with all these hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm like, is this the same kid that just got licked by Dougie B? Allegedly. Is this the same kid that just got caught by Dougie B? Allegedly.